All right, let's dive into something that's a huge leap forward in AI. We're talking way beyond just simple chatbots. Forget just getting answers to your questions. What happens when an AI can actually act on your behalf to get real work done? I mean, really stop and think about that for a second. You've got this complex project, this big idea brewing. What if you could just state that goal and an AI would figure out all the steps and then just do the work? That's the incredibly powerful world of autonomous agents we're going to unpack today.
And that brings us to the key idea here, the autonomous agent. See, this isn't just another tool. It's more like a system you can give a mission to. You could say, research my top competitors, and it'll figure it all out. It'll plan the search, pull the data, and build the report, all without you having to guide every single click. It thinks for itself.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, an AI running loose on my computer? Nope, not at all. The key to making this work is something called a sandbox. Just think of it like a secure, walled-off digital playground. The agent can browse the web, write code, create files, all inside this safe space, but it can never, ever touch your main system. So it's super powerful, but completely contained.
So how do you even get started with something this powerful? Well, you start simple. This first stage is all about building confidence, really, and seeing how one single instruction can lead to a direct, tangible result.
You can see how straightforward these are, right? You're not programming, you're just asking. Find the weather, write a poem, make me an image. Each one is a self-contained little task. This is the foundation, right here. Learning how to communicate a clear goal and then just watching the AI get it done in an instant. And that's fantastic for all those quick jobs. But let's be honest, real work, the really complex stuff, is almost never just one step. So what happens when you need the AI to do one thing, and then another after that, all connected together? This is where we really start to level up. You go from just giving single orders to basically choreographing an entire process. You're teaching the AI how to handle workflows by linking multiple steps into one seamless project. Just look at this. All of this can come from just one high-level request. The AI first plans out this whole sequence. First research, then extract data, then build the report, and finally visualize it. It understands that you can't make charts without the data, and you can't get the data without doing the research first. It manages that entire flow from one step to the next, all by itself. So how on earth does it do all that? Well, it has its own digital toolbox. With shell access, it can run commands on the system, just like a developer. With browser automation, it can literally surf the web like a person. It can read and write files, and get this, it can even write and run its own code to solve problems it's never seen before. This is what lets it tackle such a huge variety of tasks. It's so much more than a language model, it's a multi-talented digital worker. But here's what makes it really smart. What happens when things go wrong? Because, in the real world, they always do. A website might be down, a command fails. A truly capable agent doesn't just throw its hands up and quit. No, it recognizes the error, it rethinks its plan, and it tries a different approach. This ability to self-correct is what makes it so incredibly reliable for complex jobs.
And that brings us to the pro level. And here, the focus shifts, dramatically. The AI is no longer just a tool you use for a task. It becomes a strategic partner you actually collaborate with on major projects.
This is where the AI truly becomes, as the quote says, a strategic partner for innovation and efficiency. And that phrase, it just captures the essence of this level perfectly. It's a complete transformation in how you work. You're not just offloading tasks anymore. You're leveraging the AI to build things and solve problems you probably couldn't even tackle on your own. And this isn't just for one field. For developers, think automating code generation and testing. In business, it could handle entire processes like your supply chain logistics. For data scientists, it can build and deploy a machine learning model totally from scratch. The scope is just enormous. To really see the difference, just look at the sheer scale of this leap. You can start by asking for something as simple as a poem about a cat, but you can end up asking the AI to build a predictive model for your customer churn and then go and implement it directly into your company's CRM. That's the entire journey right there, from simple commands to complete project orchestration.
Okay, so let's zoom out. What does all this mean? What's the big picture for how you're going to work and create things in the future? Let's bring it all together.
The path to mastering this is actually pretty clear. You start by giving commands. Then you learn how to link those commands together into workflows. And finally, you get to a point where you're not just executing tasks anymore. You're orchestrating entire outcomes, guiding your AI partner at a truly strategic level. If you take just one thing away from all of this, let it be this right here. The whole journey, the evolution in how you use this technology, is a shift from being a commander to being an orchestrator. You move from focusing on the tiny details to guiding the grand vision.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question. The technology is here, and it's getting more powerful by the day. But the real story isn't about what the AI can do on its own. It's about what you will build, what you will create, what problems you will solve with it. So the question isn't what the AI can do anymore. It's what will you achieve?